Next time, ladies and gentlemen, I review Harry Potter. Okay, let's do this. Now, where did I put that DVD? It must be in the teacher's lounge. Okay, let's do this. I have the DVD, and I have a nice beverage of warm milk to make sure that I am alert and attentive to this sure-to-be masterpiece. Okay, so... Okay, let's do this. I have the DVD. I have a beverage of alcohol to replace that deceptive warm milk. Now, nothing is going to stop me from watching this movie. Oh, sorry, guys. Let me just check this for a second. Sorry. A monolith has appeared in the Utah deserts. My God, they're back. I must prepare for battle. Okay, let's do this. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Cinephiles Assemble, where I, David DeRose, go through my movie collection and talk about it with you, the internet. Now, today's movie beat out a pair of horror movies, one about a haunted movie studio, the other about a werewolf in a girl's dormitory, creatively named Werewolf in a Girl's Dormitory. This movie is 2001's Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Yes, that's right. I have not seen any of the Harry Potter movies, nor have I read any of the books written by She Who Will Not Be Named, other than the first one many, many, many years ago. At first, it was because I just wasn't interested. Then it was mainly out of spite. I mean, people kept yelling at me and scolding me for not seeing them, and I got kind of annoyed. Finally, it's because I knew I was going to get around to them, and I wanted to make my inevitable viewing an event with friends and revelry. Stupid 2020. But anyway, does it really matter that I haven't seen them? Does anyone really care that I haven't seen them?
Oh my gosh, you are a monster.
What?
You need to get something from Harry Potter.
But I mean...
Why did you even say you haven't seen Harry Potter? You're a monster.
No, wait.
Go watch Harry Potter right now.
Fine. Just stop scolding me. Now, I know some stuff from Harry Potter just from pop cultural osmosis. I know about sorting hats and horcruxes and time turners and rats that are actually men and socks that give freedom for some reason and invisibility cloaks and the Dark Lord Come on, I can't say Voldemort. Let's just get started. We open on our titular character as a baby being delivered to his aunt and uncle's house in the dead of night by three mysterious characters, Dumbledore, McGonagall, and Hagrid. This is a scene I feel could have been lifted right out of the movie for the better. I'll explain why in more detail a little later, but for now, let's just say the movie is 152 minutes long, and these four really weren't needed. Then we flash forward to 10 years later to find that Harry's life isn't going all that well. His aunt and uncle are... how to say this and keep the review PG-13? Let's say terrible. Terrible people. Not to mention his incredibly brattish cousin. On a family trip to the zoo, Harry starts to realize he's not like the other boys. For one thing, he can talk to snakes and uses his Antichrist-like powers to imprison his brattish cousin in the snake pen and unleash the potentially dangerous reptile upon the rest of the zoo's patrons. Our hero, ladies and gentlemen. Harry then starts getting mail. Now, this wouldn't necessarily be an odd thing, except they're all the same letter, coming every day, even days the mail doesn't come, and they are delivered by owls. Harry's uncle does his best to destroy every letter, but eventually the family is overrun with an onslaught of mail and what must be a terrible amount of bird droppings. I wish we could have gotten those owls to deliver the mail-in ballots. Could have gotten the election results a lot quicker. To escape the mail, a phrase I didn't think I'd be using anytime soon. They run away to a rundown house on a deserted rock of an island. At midnight on Harry's birthday, they have an unexpected visitor.
Sorry about that.
This is why I say the first scene should have been cut. Imagine this is the first time we're introduced to Hagrid. There's a violent pounding at the door. The family screams. The door flies off its hinges. A massive giant lurches through the door. And then...
Sorry about that.
It would have been a great subversion of expectations. But since we've already met Hagrid, his gentle nature is no surprise. So Hagrid lets Harry in on some news that has quickly worked its way into the pop cultural lexicon.
You're a wizard, Harry.
And invites him to Hogwarts, a school for wizardry. Hagrid takes Harry to London's Wizard District to get him his wizarding school supplies. Harry gets a taste of his fame at a local pub and meets Professor Quirrell, a future Hogwarts instructor of his that in no way will be more important since he has a character name. At a brief stopover at Wizard Bank, which is run by goblins, because goblins exist, I guess, Harry finds he's friggin' loaded, and Hagrid retrieves a mysterious object for Dumbledore. Then Harry goes for his wand. After some less than successful choices, Harry finds his wand and finds that the wand's pair had a suspicious owner.
It so happens that the phoenix, whose tail feather resides in your wand, gave another feather. Just one other. It is curious that you should be destined for this wand when its brother gave you that scar.
On the way to Hogwarts, Harry meets the two people who will become his stalwart companions, ginger-haired Ron Weasley and know-it-all Hermione Granger. Upon arriving at Hogwarts, the trio and the rest of the new class, including definitely not evil Draco Malfoy, and hopefully not relegated to comic relief Neville Longbottom, are sorted into their houses. If I remember correctly from pop culture, and oh so many Facebook quizzes, Slytherin is for evil people, Hufflepuff is for goofballs, Gryffindor is for main characters, and Ravenclaw is for the rest. As you may have expected, all of our main three characters are placed together in Gryffindor. We get a few scenes of the kids in various classes. Here's another scene that would have been improved if the beginning were cut. Ron and Harry are running late for class, but luckily there's no teacher present, only a cat. This would have been a
bloody brilliant
moment, but we already saw her transform at the very beginning, so it's not a surprise. Then we get Mr. Sirius Snape, played by King amongst men, Alan Rickman. Because people keep talking about Harry Potter, I know where his story is going to go, but we'll get there when we get there. At this point, he's just a jerk teacher here to be a jerk to Harry. But enough character and wonder. We have to have a bit of plot movement. Harry finds out that Wizard Bank was robbed, but only the vault Hagrid already emptied seemed to have been targeted. Through a series of mishaps that would make any OSHA worker cry, they find a Cerberus that seems to be guarding something. More plot stuff. So Ron hurts Hermione's feelings because she's better than him, making her not attend feast time when a troll breaks into Hogwarts.
Troll! In the dungeon! Troll in the dungeon! Thought you ought to know.
But because Hermione doesn't know about the troll, Harry and Ron rush to her aid, because out of all of Hogwarts, the troll winds up going exactly to where Hermione is. They manage to save her, meaning they're all friends again. Good thing we had that 5 minutes of friendship conflict. Then we get Quidditch. Quidditch. Yay. That's just what this 152-minute movie needed. 7 minutes of pod racing. And that's all it is. It's pod racing. It's a visual spectacle that's fun the first time you see it. And every other time you watch the movie, you know you have 7 minutes to use the bathroom or refill your drink. And I know I'm 20 years late to this, but why are any of the players doing anything other than looking for the damn golden snitch? I mean, even if only one member of the team can actually catch it, why don't they have most of the team looking for it, then say, "Hey, Seeker, it's over there." And why bother training if one catch can win the game? Imagine being the team that trains and is winning at an incredible margin. I mean, 100, 200 to 0, and the other team grabs the snitch, and then, nope, sorry, you lost. Nope, sorry. Wizard lacrosse? You suck. Okay, more plot stuff. When the troll attacked, Harry noticed Snape had a bite on his leg, and surmised that Snape was trying to get by the three-headed dog. Then, during the Wizard lacrosse match, they think Snape was trying to hex Harry's broom to kill him. At Christmas time, Harry gets a gift from an unknown person, an invisibility cloak. And what does a preteen do when he gets an invisibility cloak? No, this is a PG movie. He goes to the restricted library to investigate what Snape might be after. And who does he find while doing that? Snape! What a coincidence! Snape seems to be putting pressure on poor, stuttering Professor Quirrell, but we don't find out why. While in the restricted area, Harry stumbles upon a mirror that shows him his long-dead parents. When he shows it to Ron, Ron sees something different.
That's me! Only I'm head boy, and I'm holding the Quidditch cup. And bloody hell, I'm Quidditch captain too! Hello, good.
Dumbledore chooses to appear to give exposition and warning about the mirror. Apparently it shows you your greatest desire. Then says he's going to lock the mirror away, where no one can look on it. The kids put together the various clues they've uncovered and realize that the thing that Hagrid took out of the vault and that Snape is supposedly after is the the Sorcerer's Stone. A thing that can transform objects into gold and grant immortality. They question Hagrid about the stone, but doing so means they were out after dark, which is a detention-level offense. Draco Malfoy snitches on them, and all four get detention, which is helping Hagrid at night, which is what got them detention in the first place. And they have to go in the dark forest, which is also forbidden. I don't think the higher-ups at Hogwarts know what a punishment is supposed to look like. In the dark forest, they come across a dark figure sucking the lifeblood from a unicorn, because unicorns exist, I guess. The figure is about to attack Harry, but Harry is saved by a centaur. Because centaurs exist, I guess. Turns out, unicorn blood keeps you alive, and Harry surmises that the dark figure was actually, in fact, Voldemort. I'm going to fast track the rest of this. Dumbledore goes away, and the kids believe that Snape is going to steal the Sorcerer's Stone for Voldemort. They plan to break in and steal it first. Fluffy, the three-headed dog, has already been incapacitated with enchanted music. They wind up in a mass of quicksand vines, which Hermione knows the trick to beating. I guess there are perks to being a know-it-all. Then there's a convenient test that looks suspiciously like the Quidditch match we saw Harry win earlier. And finally, a chess match that seems tailor-made for Ron, who sacrifices himself so Harry can advance forward. He gets better. So Harry moves forward alone to find, instead of Snape, his enemy is...
You? No, it can't be. Snape, he was the...
Yes, he does seem the type, doesn't he? Well, next to him, who would suspect... poor, stuttering Professor Quirrell?
Yep, he's been the villain all along, even in the Quidditch match. Snape was apparently working a counterspell. He also let the troll in, but he doesn't know how to get the the Sorcerer's Stone. And then Harry finally meets Voldemort. He meets Excuse me. Harry Potter meets Voldemort.
Harry Potter.
Ew. So Voldemort tries to tempt Harry with the whole "join me and we can rule the galaxy together" thing. Harry refuses, Quirrell attacks, but then... So yeah, that happened. Then... And that happened. So, how did Harry beat Quirrell? Well, I'm going to let Huey Lewis explain.
It's the power of love.
Think I'm kidding?
Do you know why Professor Quirrell couldn't bear to have you touch him? It was because of your mother. She sacrificed herself for you. And that kind of act leaves a mark. No. This kind of mark cannot be seen. It lives in your very skin.
What is it?
Love, Harry. Love.
And that's Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. And well, it's a very fine and well done children's movie, full of wonder and spectacle. They cast incredibly talented child actors. It's no surprise that Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson are still working steadily. And they balance the kids with iconic actors for the elder wizards. There's a score by John Williams that will quickly rival each and every other piece of work he's ever composed. It's a very good film. That being said, it's a long film. 152 minutes. I know of multiple places this movie could be trimmed that at worst wouldn't affect the movie, and at best would improve it, starting with the opening scene that I've mentioned multiple times. I'm looking forward to getting to the rest of the Harry Potter franchise at some point in time and space. I mean, I have the 8-pack collection that I bought for $1, so I have the material. If you'd like me to get there sooner, send me an email. Tell me about it. The more people yelling at me to watch something, the quicker I will probably get to it. Especially if somebody keeps giving me the side eye. Ugh. Now, before we go, I've got 2 segments to get through. One old, one new. The new one I've dubbed, Every Adult in Harry Potter is a Dick. Yep, every single adult in Harry Potter is at some level a dick. Let's review. Dumbledore puts out streetlights that will probably cause crime in that neighborhood to increase, and shows favoritism with the point structure. Dumbledore, McGonagall, and Hagrid leave Harry as a baby with an aunt and uncle they know are terrible people. Hagrid grows Harry's bratty cousin a tail, leaves Harry on his own to find a platform that shouldn't exist, and lets kids wander around the dark forest alone at night. The wand shop guy lets kids play with magic shotguns. Nearly Headless Nick scars kids for life. The flight teacher leaves children alone with flying devices. McGonagall shows obvious favoritism with points and gives Harry a new broomstick so that he will definitely win. Snape picks on a child who is obviously just taking notes. Harry's aunt and uncle make him live under the stairs, lock him in for the slightest thing, make him cook, starve him, bang on the glass of animal cages, destroy Harry's letters, keep Harry's lineage in the dark, keep Hogwarts from him, lied about how his parents die, and are just racist.
My perfect sister being who she was. Oh, my mother and father were so proud the day she got her letter. We have a witch in the family. Isn't it wonderful? I was the only one to see her for what she was. A freak.
And Professor Quirrell, for obvious reasons. The second segment that I am sure I'll be putting into every single Harry Potter movie is, hey, it's that guy. David Bradley plays Argus Finch, the caretaker of Hogwarts. David Bradley has been acting in television and movies for almost 50 years. He's probably best known outside of Harry Potter as the vile Walder Frey from Game of Thrones, or as the first Doctor in the penultimate and final episodes of Peter Capaldi's run of Doctor Who. He usually plays an old cantankerous man, as is his nature. So the next time he graces your screen, instead of saying, hey, it's that guy, how about saying, hey, that's David Bradley. So yeah, email me with thoughts or suggestions, join the Facebook page, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, I'm David DeRose, and I am a cinephile.